So today, we're going to take a deep dive into a really detailed plan for Iran's future. This is something that was put forward by the exiled crown prince, Reza Pahlavi. And it's not just some abstract idea, it's a specific roadmap he laid out for what happens after a major game-changing event in the country.
And this quote right here, wow, it pretty much says it all. This was Pahlavi's immediate reaction to the hypothetical news that Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei had died. He's basically framing it as the one moment, the exact trigger his supporters have been anticipating for years.
So, the scene that's being set here is one of total celebration on the streets of Tehran. For Pahlavi, this isn't just about one leader being gone. No, this is the window of opportunity for the Iranian people to, and I'm quoting him here, take their country back from this hated regime.
And look, Pahlavi is not being shy about this at all. He makes this really bold claim, stating flat out that he is the one leading this transition. He says he's got the backing of millions of Iranians and is putting together a big coalition, ready to step in and fill that power vacuum.
But this isn't just about managing the immediate chaos. No, Pahlavi is thinking much, much bigger. He's painting a picture of a totally new Iran, one that goes from being a regional troublemaker to a stable, pro-American partner that actually promotes peace in the region.
And here's a pretty clever bit of branding, actually. To really sell this vision, he draws a direct line to a slogan you've probably heard before. He's coining MIGA, or Make Iran Great Again. It's his way of talking about a nationalist rebuilding project that's also, and this is key, very pro-Western.
And of course, money talks. He's not just talking about ideals, he's putting a massive price tag on this opportunity. We're talking a potential $1 trillion boost for the American economy. His argument is simple, just opening up Iran's market would be a huge win for U.S. businesses.
Okay, so that's the big picture, right? The grand vision and the economic pitch. But how does it actually happen? What are the nuts and bolts of it? This is where we get into the specifics of how he plans to avoid total chaos on the ground.
Right, and this brings up a huge question, probably the most important one. How do you stop everything from just falling apart? How do you prevent the kind of chaos and power vacuum we saw in other places, like, for instance, what happened in Iraq after Saddam Hussein fell?
And this is where his plan takes a really sharp turn from what we've seen before. Instead of tearing the whole state apparatus down, the de-Baathification approach that was used in Iraq, his strategy is the exact opposite. He wants to incorporate the existing government workers and the military to keep things stable.
Now, to pull that off, you need people on your side. A lot of people. And he claims he's got them. He calls it the most diverse coalition of Iranians ever. We're talking people from all over the country, religious minorities, different ethnic groups, all, he says, behind this one national project.
So you've got the plan, you've got the supposed coalition, but none of that matters without international buy-in, especially from the United States. And Pahlavi knows this. He's actively in Washington, pitching this whole thing as a golden opportunity for American interests.
His pitch is basically this. Hey, this isn't a Republican thing or a Democrat thing. This is a win-win for America. He's trying to frame it as something everyone can get behind, because it offers a boost for national security and a massive economic opening.
And you can see this outreach happening in real time. He shares this little anecdote about talking with U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham and says that because of his support, some Iranians have started calling him Uncle Lindsey. It's a small detail, but it's meant to show he's building real connections in D.C.
And to make it all sound official, to really package it up, the plan actually has a name: the Iran Prosperity Project, or IPP. It's a smart branding move that frames that all-important first phase as something structured, positive, and focused on getting things back on track.
All right, so you get through that chaotic first phase. Then what? What's the ultimate goal here? Well, the plan lays out what's presented as a really clear path toward democracy, with a very specific timeline that ends with the Iranian people themselves getting the final say.
Okay, let's break down those first 100 days, because according to this plan, they are everything. The priorities are: 1. Get the economy stable right away. 2. Get a handle on the situation across the whole country. And 3, and this is so important, keep the government itself running as much as possible to avoid that power vacuum.
So if the first 100 days are the sprint, this is the marathon. The whole timeline is proposing is about 2 years max. It starts with that stabilization phase, then moves to a constitutional assembly where everyone debates what Iran's future should look like. And the finish line? A big national referendum where the people vote on their system of government. So
There you have it. It's a remarkably detailed vision, isn't it? A step-by-step plan to take Iran from its current reality to something completely different. The blueprint is all laid out, but of course, the journey from paper to reality, well, that's the great unknown. We can see why it matters, but what happens next? That is the ultimate question.